Hey friends, Tony here from TL Crafts, and in this video we're adding some energy to our crochet by learning two-tone Tunisian crochet stripes. If you're excited to learn this Tunisian crochet technique with me, be sure to like this video and consider subscribing to my channel for even more crochet tutorials, free patterns, and product reviews. For this tutorial, I'm using a 6.5mm Tunisian crochet hook and 2 colors of worsted weight yarn. Two-tone stripes can be worked over any number of stitches. Today I'm working over 18 stitches. We'll start with the slip knot in our first color, place that on the hook and tighten down, then yarn over and pull up the loop to create a chain, and we'll do that 18 times. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So now we'll want to work into our chain for our foundation, and we'll actually flip our chain over and work in the bumps that are on the back of our chain. So we'll want to find the second chain from the hook. There's the first, here's the second. Insert our hook under the bump on the back of that chain, yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert in the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. Insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, and we'll do that for each chain across the row. We'll know we did it properly if we end up with the same number of loops on our hook as we did in our starting chain. So I'm just finishing up pulling up my loops. I've got 18 loops on my hook, and I'm going to do my return pass in this same color. Yarn over, pull up 1 for a chain 1, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops until we have 1 loop left on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2. Just a standard return pass in Tunisian crochet. So this is our foundation complete. We'll Tunisian simple stitch across the row here. Remember that this first loop on our hook counts as our first stitch, so we're skipping this first vertical bar, and we'll pull up a loop in our next vertical bar for Tunisian simple stitch. So insert under that bar, yarn over, and pull up the loop. And we'll do that for each front vertical bar across the row, inserting, yarning over, pulling up the loop, and keeping that loop on the hook. Again, by the time we get to the end of this row, we should have the same number of loops on our hook as the number of chains that we started with. Insert, yarn over, pull up the loop, insert, yarn over, pull up the loop, and this is just regular old Tunisian simple stitch. When we get to this last stitch, we'll want to rotate our work towards us and find the front and back loop of that last stitch. I'm going to grab a tapestry needle here, and we can see our front loop here, and our back loop is just behind it. We'll want to make sure we get under both of those loops for our last stitch. So we're going to very carefully insert. I've got both of those loops. Yarn over and pull up the loop. And that's our 18th stitch. To make our two-tone stripes, we'll now grab our second color, yarn over, and pull up the loop. And this counts as the chain 1 of our return pass. We'll now yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and complete our return pass with our new color. Yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2 until we have just 1 loop left on our hook. So this is what things look like after that first row of the new color. And remember, the first loop on our hook counts as our first stitch, so we'll simple stitch in the next stitch and each stitch across. So we're completing our forward pass now with our new color. So here on our last stitch, what you're going to find is different is that we've got our front loop here in gray, but our back loop is our new color, and it's not attached to anything yet because that's where we changed color. We still want to grab both of those loops on our last stitch, yarn over and pull up the loop. Now we'll want to switch to our gray color, pulling that yarn up from the back of our work, yarn over, pull through the loop for our chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and complete our remaining return pass with our gray. After completing this row, we can clearly see the difference between working a forward pass and a return pass in different colors in our two-tone stripes. So let's do one more row again together. So we're going to Tunisian simple stitch across the row, making sure we're only catching the front vertical bars of each stitch, and we're working in the same color that we just did our return pass in, and we'll change color at the beginning of the return pass coming up here. So if we look at our last stitch, we can see our front bar is now in gold and our back bar is now in gray. We'll want to make sure we grab again both of those bars, insert yarn over, pull up the loop for that last stitch, and then we're going to grab our gold, yarn over and pull up the loop for the chain 1, then yarn over and pull through 2 and complete the return pass as normal. And that's how you do the two-tone stripes for Tunisian simple stitch. Just make sure that you change color on the chain 1 at the beginning of the return pass. I'm going to do a couple more rows and show you what this looks like after a while. This video was made as a supplement to the two-tone simple stitch square as part of the Tunisian holiday sampler blanket. To get the row by row instructions and helpful chart for this square and learn more about this free sampler Afghan pattern, please visit the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.